Okay, we are back. We are about to have OrganMike running a game called Avernum for us, a super exciting one. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Before we get into that, make sure if you haven't already to go to gamersforhope.com/donate to help us put money towards the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, who are working in funding scientific research, educating the public about mental health and suicide prevention, and advocating for public policies in mental health and suicide prevention. It's a really important cause. It means a lot to us here at Gamers for Hope. So if you can help, please do. Without further ado, here's OrganMike.
Thank you very much, Banasti. We're going to do some Avernum. Avernum is a 2000, not 2000-year-old, but from 2000 game from Spiderweb Software, an independent RPG maker. And it is an update of Spiderweb's earlier game called Exile. I'll just start this off and we'll get into it. The game doesn't start just yet. First of all, we've got to create our characters. So we're going to take Rosalia and Mycroft and put them in new character types. Chat, if you're listening, if you want a different name, or Banasti, if you'd like a different name on one of those characters, just let me know. Easy enough to do. I'm just going to give them new statistics, and I'll talk through that while you all figure that one out. So what we're going to do, first of all, character traits. We're allowed to pick up to 2 character traits, and they give an experience bonus or an experience penalty. So the experience, we're going to go for an experience bonus here by picking bad things. Oh, wait, no. I'm thinking of my other run. We're going to take an experience penalty by picking good things, specifically toughness, which will lower the damage we take, and natural mage, which will make our spellcasting better. We're going to make these 2 characters into heavy-duty spellcasters. So Rosalia, or person who is currently Rosalia, one has to be named GFH, of course. Yes, of course. Is going to have levels of intelligence, mage spells to level 3, and the importance of mage spells level 3 is it has this one right here, haste. And then priest level 6. That is not priest, that is arcane lore. I look away for a second and my mouse is doing the wrong thing. So there's one character, high priest spells and high mage spells, and the other spellcaster. Okay, we want new name. We want a GFH. And we've got someone who asked for Alcedo, please. Alcedo. There we go. Philip will stay there, but is not actually going to be part of this run. They're just going to be there for a small glitch. We've got new character type picked. Edit statistics. Alcedo is going to have 1 extra point of intelligence. Going to have natural mage and toughness. See how natural mage is already selected? Any character we create into that 4th slot will get natural mage as a perk, unless we custom make them and change that out. Going to get that and 2 levels of priest spells. And 8 levels of 2 levels of priest spells and 8 levels of mage spells. Yes, that's correct. All right, these are our characters who are going to go into Avernum. Now, before we start the game, we have backstory. So the backstory is this: you are never going to see sunlight again. You will never breathe fresh air or be warm or feel safe. That is your punishment. For your crimes, you are to be thrown into a magical portal and banished to Avernum, never to return. What was your crime? Not what you might think. Not murder, or arson, or crimes against other people. No, your crime was against the Empire, ruled by cruel Emperor Hawthorne. You spoke out against unjust law, or you angered some politician, or you may have just been a misfit. Not being able to fit in is a crime in the Empire, thus you are being sent into Avernum. It is not a different land. After all, the Empire controls the entire surface of the world. All 4 continents have completely submitted to its rule. No, Avernum is a series of caverns far below the surface of the world. It is a dark subterranean prison, a place where exiles like yourself spend the rest of their lives far from their light. What's it like there? Nobody on the surface knows. All they know is that it's dark and unpleasant, and it's a place to be regarded only with fear. Some people believe that there is no air, warmth, or food, and death comes with merciful speed. Others believe there's enough food to enable Avernites to endure a miserable worm-like existence. Until, of course, the monsters get you. And a few believe that Avernum is a paradise, a subterranean land of pleasure and relief, of freedom from the Empire's iron rule. People mad enough to believe Avernum is a paradise soon end up there themselves. They don't really know what it's like, nobody on the surface does, but soon you will! Wait, that's not a good thing, is it? There is no appeal to the judge's decision. Early one morning, in a low stone building far from any city, you are taken to the teleporter. You breathe clean, fresh air one last time. Then they throw you in. The timer begins when I click go on this screen. I'm sorry, I'm not used to these headphones. They're not my normal ones, so they're blocking too much sound and I don't like it. All right, that's okay. I will be deaf for this. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's roll. This is the world of Avernum. Still stunned through a trip through portal, you stumble down a rocking hill. You're inside what looks like some sort of fort made of huge blocks of stone roughly mortared together. Wood must be rare down here, only the doors are made out of it. A few trees nearby, strange things, more fungus than wood. Not as cold as you thought it would be. It's very warm and moist. The smell of sulfur hangs heavily in the air. There must be volcanic vents down here. And so on. So yes, there's glowing fungus, which is why we can see. This game is an RPG, so we get to talk to people. We're going to select character A, that is Tor. Tor will give us supplies. Tor has given us supplies. Thank you, Tor. Dialogue happens through dialogue trees, and I said Philip is not going to play a part in this, and it's true. We're going to go here, and we're going to leave behind the active character. Bye, Philip. Everyone say bye, Philip. We're going to head over here, and we're going to talk to character A here, Warwick. Warwick is a recent arrival. She's looking for her sister named Anastasia, so she gives us a quest to find Anastasia. Let's go find Anastasia. That seems like a good thing to do. Normally I play with the sound off, just to avoid those delays. This is Anastasia. I met someone named Warwick. She's looking for you. She's in Port Avernum. Really? My sister's down here? That's terrible. I was hoping she'd be able to evade the cruel force of the Empire. Thank you for letting me know. Been able to get there? Not yet. Cool. We just have to go back and tell Warwick that we found her sister, and then we get some reputation and some experience. This guy, B. This is J. He's a traveler. He's a refugee. He's looking for work. He's always wanted to travel and see the world. He's pretty strong from farm work. He's hunted all his life. Would you like to join us? Yeah, we gotta pay him, though. We get J in that first slot. And because he was created into that first slot, he has this character trait right here, Elite Warrior. He wouldn't have a character trait if he was in slot 2 or 3. It costs him 30% of his experience, but he becomes a better fighter for it. So the conversation ends. We now have a third party member. So Philip is being replaced immediately. Oh, some cows. They bothered us. We head up here. No, we don't need to fight those. We'll take that sword. We will also mute my Discord because it just made noise at me. Thank you. And we take that sword, we will equip it to Jay. Gets a long sword. Better than his short sword. We're going to come up here. Here's a bandit fort at the top of a hill. Pass off stuff. Yeah, we don't need to know what a candle is, thank you. My mousing is not excellent. Over here, we will find a door. We'll drop into combat mode, which means we go character by character rather than all together. We're going to use some spells here. We're going to use Battle Rage, which is a blessing spell. We're going to use Haste, which makes him faster. Got to go fast. I'm going to wait to the end of the round and have Jay bust down this door and run in and kill a thug. And then he's going to kill 2 more. 1, and he'll wait for the other one to come here. There we go. Oh, he didn't die. Okay, fine. Now he's dead. We got some boots. Boots are good. Equip boots. Boots are equipped. Poor leather helmet. We don't need to worry about that. Boots, 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 boots. And one of the funny things is the game doesn't really know where all these items are. They just know they're near a character. So the fact of the matter that they're nowhere near these characters doesn't make any difference. We're just going to pick them up there anyway. Okay, Jay is going to come down here, and before kicking down this door, is going to wait till the next turn. We're going to re-up the Battle Rage and Haste spells just to make sure they don't come down. Wait to the end of the turn. Come down here. Stab the archer, because archers are very dangerous. So what this category is the category. Kind of think of it like if you're familiar with, say, Final Fantasy speedruns. Think of it like Final Fantasy VI Kefka at Narsh or Final Fantasy IV Paladin Percent. We're doing one of the first major quests, and that's it. So we're going to wait to the end of the turn, kick down the door. There's a spellcaster in here. We're going to shoot him with the arrows we just picked up from the archer. Without his aid, we deal the death blow to the mage who is helping the bandits. Without his aid, they will be nowhere near the power in this area that they were. The soldiers of Fort Duvno will be grateful for your help. Says the pop-up. I just realized, I don't know if you guys can see the pop-ups or not. That's cool. You guys also, we don't know who Fort Duvno or where Fort Duvno is. We've never been there, but it's still, they're still very happy for our help, I suppose. You are going to pick up your arrow. Not all arrows get destroyed when they're shot. Thank you. And Jay is going to be the active character. And it's going to walk back here, even though we are still in combat mode. Going to replace the little buckler with the wooden large shield. We don't need any more. Well, you know what? We'll grab the boots because we're going to get one more character later. End the combat and walk out this way. We have completed the first, well, one of the first quests. Head up here. And go into this cave here. Drop immediately into combat mode. Goblin Caves. The pop-up says, this is very interesting. Now you know what evil dungeons are like before they actually become evil dungeons. This humanoid lair is still under construction. You would guess that the Nephilim will live here eventually, and they put goblins to work to do all the heavy lifting. Now, goblins you probably know of. Nephilim in this game are cat people, and they are opposed to the humans. In this area, we find Nephilim, and slightly away from that, we find Slithzerikai. Slithzerikai are lizard people. They are opposed to us as well. Our job in this particular run is to kill... That's SSS-THSSS. He is the king of the Slithzerikai, and killing him is one of the major quest elements of the game. But it's the first in a long chain of major quest elements. So, we're not actually going to complete all those quest elements. Obviously, we're just going to do the first one. Why is my game not working? Oh, there we go. These goblins are not particularly strong, but some of them have coins. Cast a light spell, thank you. In the back is a Nephil, we'll shoot it. There it goes. Do a little bit of stabbing here. Oh, hey, what are you doing there? You shouldn't be there. We're going to use that's the wrong set of spells. 2 sets of spells, of course. Mage spell A is Firebolt. There he goes. He's done. We're going to stay in combat mode, even though it's slightly slower to walk through here. It also means it's less likely we're going to get attacked. Enemies spawn randomly when we're in dungeons. So if we walk around in normal mode, we don't move as fast. Y'all following this so far? So we're down here in the underworld, and there's this lizard king that we have to kill, basically, is what we're doing. Iron small shield, good to sell, thank you. Iron small shield. There are 2 limits on carrying capacity. Each character can carry 20 unique items. Each character can also has a weight limit based on their strength. So, shoot that goblin. It didn't die. Okay. All right. If you like the look of this game, there are 6 games in the series. The first 4 have been, or the first 3 have been remade, looking even fancier than they do now. And the 4th one has been kickstarted for being remade, and is in the process. I'm not going to waste any magic on these guys. Oh, we're going to re-up the haste, though. I lost my haste spell. Normally, a character gets 4 action points a turn. Your turn continues until your action points are 0 or less. You can take an action that uses more action points than you have. That's fine, but your turn immediately ends after that action is done. So taking a step costs you 1 action point. Doesn't matter what you're stepping to or from. Wait till the end of the turn. We're out of arrows, so we're just going to walk up and stab that thing. You have slain the leader of the Nephilim of these caves. While these irritating humanoids may one day try to return here, the loss of their leader will be a huge setback in their creation of a base. The humans at Fort Duvno, again, where we have never been, will be very pleased. We don't know why they'll be pleased, but we just know that they will. I'm picking up trade goods more than anything. Weird meat. Do not ask what the weird meat is. You do not want to know. We're going to head back this way. End combat. We're not going to jump off the ledge. Is it like going on a stick in Fallout? I suppose. We found lots of good trade goods here. Often, equipment for a lot of creatures is randomized. We're going to use the unlock door spell, because we've got a locked door here we need to deal with. And a friendly face to talk to. Where are you? There you are. This is Hinthek. He was captured. How many were in your group? Say, consider yourself freed. Boom. We get our first point of reputation, and we get 3 points of experience for that. And now we just walk out. Now the point of reputation, well, it's got several points through the whole game, but in this particular run, the point of reputation is that we need 14 points of reputation to recruit our second character, a fella named Andrew. And we want to recruit Andrew because Andrew is strong like ox. Captain, tell me about the bandits. I'd like a chance to fight against the bandits. We did it. We killed the bandit commander. Cool. Here's some money and some experience. And some reputation. Nephilim. I want to help you with the Nephilim fort. I killed the commander of the goblin fort. Thank you. Here's some money and some reputation. And some experience. We're going to head over here. This guy is Jason. He sells farming supplies. We need some lockpicks. He also buys just about anything we can bring home to him. That's an amber. Okay, yep. I don't know if anyone would know the reference to the long pork, but that is what the what weird meat often is. I want to tell me what this. It's a shield ring. Wow, picked up a shield ring. Same as Fallout. Yeah. Sell the stuff. We've got another pair of boots in GFH's inventory. Yeah. We're going to go recruit Andrew, but before we can do that, we have to go back to Fort Avernum, where we started the game. We need to talk to Warwick, whose sister we found. We found Anastasia. She's in Silvar. That's the first town we went to. There's our reputation to 14. Oh, we're not done yet. We have to move Jay into the second slot so that when Andrew joins the party, he joins in that first slot and gets that nice little perk of Elite Warrior. So we drop Philip off there, and we now have the first slot open again. I don't know if you really want to count that as a glitch. It kind of is, I guess. I was surprised we got attacked. And this is one of the problems with fighting in the overworld. We don't really know how our characters are going to line up. Here's Jay behind the spellcasters. So we've got to do something about that. He's not in slot 1. And we're just going to throw some lightning. Outdoor fights are dangerous for a number of reasons. I don't have to do too many of them in this run, thankfully. Part of it is because you never know how you're going to set up. Part of it is because enemies don't have range limits. They have line of sight limits. If they're shooting at you, they can't shoot what they don't have a line of sight to. But they don't have a range limit. And that makes them very dangerous outside because there's nothing blocking the line of sight. This is Andrew, a teenager busy eagerly working with some lumber, slinging around tools and boards. Extremely strong kid. He's working on the boat, spreading tar, filling holes, following Eduardo's orders. Eduardo's all right, I guess. Doesn't beat me much, lets me sleep 6 hours a night. Plus, I hear he's a pirate. Ask him about it. He may tell you exciting tales of the sea. Doesn't sound like you like working for Eduardo. No, I don't. If some heroes came through here and were looking for someone to travel with them and see the world, I'd go with them in a second. Wow, that would be great. I could see the world. And I could help. I'm real strong, great with tools and traps, and I could use a spear too. I would be great at adventures. Golly. Well, you can come with us, kid. There we go. There's Andrew. Eduardo makes no comment about us taking his apprentice. Andrew's going to get some boots. We'll just throw those sandals away. Pass the mushrooms and the candle back. And we're going to head out east of Kotra, this way, from Kotra. I'm looking for a group of merchants. That's a group of soldiers, but the merchants look the same. There's the soldiers, yeah. I want to find you. There they are. Yeah, they're not walking on the road, though. That's how I can tell the difference. Get over here. Come back here. Thank you, soldiers. I don't care. There we are. Do some shopping. Specifically, I did all that to get this piercing crystal here. That is the whole reason for that. that's the whole reason I went chasing those guys around. Now I've got to get out of here before those sliths catch me because I do not want to fight them. Okay, we got the piercing crystal. I need to go now to the Tower of Magi. We're going to head around here. Do-ba-do-do. We do not need to fight. Cave lore is one of those skills you learn. Andrew and Jay both come with a whole bunch of it, so we can avoid random encounters on the overworld. It's one of the best features of that skill. Here's a bunch of guards. They want us to tell them our names. We do. This is Myrtus. This is the agricultural center. They grow a lot of mushrooms, and we don't have anything to do in that particular part of town. Here's a bunch of ogres. I wanted to fight these ogres, because ogres are good for money, and we need money. Thank you. So this game does have a mercy mechanic. If you hit 0 hit points, you're not dead immediately. You have to be at 0 hit points and taking damage, with some exceptions. That ding-dong was a level up. Certain traps can kill you dead, regardless of whether you've got any hit points left. Ah, greatswords. That's an unidentified greatsword. That would be an iron greatsword, and it would be better than his iron longsword. But it is a two-handed weapon, and therefore... We're not trying to switch anything. Thank you. There we go. That is why we like killing ogres, because they have bronze greatswords. Right, over here, this is the Tower of Magi. This is the center of magical research in Avernum. We're going to talk to this dude. He'd like to do some shopping. This guy gives us a nice point of sale on those great swords we picked up. And we're going to talk to Glenda down here. We'd like to buy some energy potions. They recover magic points. We will need that. 3, 4. Make sure I've got enough money left over. Yep, still good. Okay. Okay, now we still have something to do here in the Tower of Magi. I'm going to open the mini-map down here, just to make sure I find the right spot. We'll go through the wall there. That's deliberate, it's not a glitch. Oh, and Jay needs to pass the lockpicks to Andrew, who can pick locks. Jay can do it too, but Andrew's better at it. Pick the lock! And here is why we need the piercing crystal. That's a magic barrier. And the piercing crystal will dispel it, if we're lucky. We are not lucky. So we're going to load. Yep. Worked the second time. This is a book. It says, a thick book on the pedestal. The thick papyrus pages are covered with dense, strange writing. Try to decipher it. You find a scroll which explains how to cast the spell Haste level 3. You concentrate and memorize it. So GFH and Alcedo both have Haste level 3. Every spell in this game comes in 3 levels. Level 3 of Haste is really important because it affects the entire party. That's what makes it so important. We're now going to continue up here. We're not done with these ogres. There's an ogre lair over here. Drop into combat immediately. Step up and start stabbing. Haste, everyone. Thank you. Koru, heal. We're just going to defend there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. Grab the stuff. Thank you. Wait till the end of the turn. Kick in the door. Kick in both doors just for good measure. Start the stabbing. We're actually going to walk in here with the spellcaster. We're going to cast Slow. So one of the reasons that Haste is so important is because Slow is a mass effect spell. It affects the entire group of enemies, or it affects several enemies, not necessarily an entire group. Depends on how powerful your magic skill is. Alcedo is powerful enough that he can affect 3 enemies with it. Character who is slowed does not, in fact, lose action points. Instead, they lose half their turns, making slow an extremely powerful tool to use against a lot of enemies. We're just gathering money. Kick in the door. I should put the light on, thank you. We just need some good old-fashioned cash from these guys. Ouch. Haste. Oof. That's a cave giant. I guess he's a guest here. Come on. Hey, thank you. There we go. All right. Cave giants also generally carry a lot of money, but not necessarily a lot of stuff. This one was not carrying a lot of money, much to my disappointment. Bronze longsword, sword. We don't need those. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's heal up Andrew. Magic points recover faster than hit points. So it's way faster to heal up. Oh, find some potion-making herbs. We'll sell those. That's a special skill that Jay has. He just finds stuff sometimes. Talk to Brantford, do some shopping. See, he just found some energetic herbs there. Sell the stuff we do not need. 950 gold is good. I could have kept with the song with that. Sell the stuff that we don't need. 950 gold is good. Pick up the energy elixir. Get out of here. We are actually going to stop by Myrtus. Are we going to stop by Myrtus? Let me look at my notes. No, we're not going to stop by Myrtus. We don't need to stop by Myrtus. I don't need to fight those monsters either. We're just going to go past. There we go. We need to go back to Silvar, though. Here's Silvar. Because what I need from Silvar is a boat. That's right, there's a boat maker here. Paid 350 gold coins for a boat. Or 350 copper coins. 350 coins. This is also where we can train, so I'm going to take a moment and train. Jay and Andrew do not have levels to train, but GFH does, and so does. We're going to take some magic points and hit points, intelligence and endurance. Well, okay, intelligence and hardiness, defense. Right, there we go. And we bought a boat. Boat's over here on the pier. It's this one. It is that one. Yeah. Try and get on the other one. It just says it's not your boat. I didn't mean to go back in. If you try and get on the other one, it just says it's not yours. That's what I'm trying to do. You can't board this board. It's not yours. You can literally kill everyone and leave no one alive, and you still can't board that boat. Okay, now we need to go to Swamp City. We're going to meet the Slizirikai, the lizard people. Sailing, sailing, rowing, 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 rowing. We're going to take a little pause here at Fort Dranlin. Tell them your names. We do, and that opens the door. Can't be too careful. This is a frontline fort in the fight against the Sliths. I want to talk to you. I want to buy some stuff. Specifically, I want to buy some iron arrows. 20 iron arrows, thank you. And 2 packs of iron javelins ought to do. There we go. We're going to be getting a lot of iron javelins in a moment. That's not a problem. Sliths carry iron javelins, and we're going to be killing a bunch of Sliths. So we'll be getting a bunch of iron javelins from them. Swamp City is right over here, just across from Fort Dranlin. We're going to save right there. We're going to cast the safe travel spell so we don't get poisoned walking across these swamps, and we're going to keep an eye out for the Sliths. They're hard to spot there. Drop immediately into combat mode once we're in here. We're going to start shooting at the spellcaster, this guy. That one. Make sure we got the right aim. E. Yep. There we go. They're going to shoot back at us. That's fine. Well, okay, unless they do 20 damage. Thank you. Heal. Haste. Keep shooting. Don't miss. There we go. There goes the mage. The priest took a step away, so... Oh, Jay is blocked. All right. So shoot some of the archers. Blessing. Or defense. Defense on both. Heal Andrew and wait. Heal Andrew again. So there. Andrew, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There he goes. Wait and see what we can do here. Okay, we're going to put Battle Rage on the characters. So this is a Slith City, Slith Farm specifically. Cute. Koru. Lightning. There goes one. Hey, quit hitting him. Lightning. Good. There we are. Shoot. Shoot first, ask questions later. Or not at all. Whoa, hello. A Slith came in with a scroll. So, enemies sometimes have items they can use, and they will actually, if you leave stuff around, they'll pick it up. If you leave a scroll lying around, they'll pick it up and use it. Which is kind of cool. Potions too. So if you're trying to kill, there's one part later in the other runs where I kill a guy with a wand, and I have to pick it up quick, or his buddy standing next to him will pick it up and use it. Wait. We got more arrows here and more Slith Spears. Slith Spear, better than your Stone Spear. Iron Javelins. I said that he'd be picking up more of those, and Slith Spears sell really nicely, so we're going to grab those quick. Wait. I don't know why Jay keeps losing his haste before everyone else. Okay, but it's a good bellwether. Throw some spears. Heal all, which is a privilege of my more powerful priest caster. Okay, I can see something. It's not the screen, so I can't target it. So the way selecting targets with the letter keys works, it actually clicks on that spot. So if that spot isn't actually in the screen, it doesn't work. It can also get into some really weird things if there are two enemies standing very close together. Like, thank you. Especially if there's a height, if there's an elevation difference between them. You can actually get situations where there's one enemy you can't click on because of the elevation difference. It's really frustrating. It's a very weird, weird occurrence. Part of the engine. Nothing much you can do about it. You just play on. There's an enemy just around this corner. Right there. We'll go and stab him. Because that's what adventurers do. They go and stab things. So there's a door there. There's a Slith Spear there. I'll move over here. Wait, I'll move over here. Don't want to get in the way of Jay, so that Jay can get right in behind. We're going to kick in that door in a moment. We're going to re-up our buffs. Re-up our haste so it doesn't drop unexpectedly. Kick in the door, Andrew. Thank you. And start... oh, yeah, we're out of missiles. Fantastic. Start killing spellcasters. Thank you. And we're going to throw some slow in there. A, B, D. Thank you. J, step up and start shooting. No missiles ready, still. He didn't ready any more missiles while I wasn't looking. Obviously didn't pick up that many. Wait. I'm going to have to ask you politely not to keep killing my party. And if politely doesn't work, then I will ask you with lightning. There we go. Wait. I asked you with lightning. Tough guy, eh? What do we got here? We got herbs to sell, haste potion, bronze helmet, healing potion, a scroll not identified, couple iron arrows, which we'll pick up back with the one who tossed them. A couple more herbs. All those are slit spears, yeah. Oh, it's like, what was that noise? That was that slit drinking a potion. There he goes. And pick up arrows. Might as well grab the slit spears. Both identified? Both identified. Okay. Sometimes you get a fine slit spear, and it's nice. Okay, end combat. We're here for two things, and two things, well, not only. Save. Wait. Oh, that's the wrong spot. There it is. Oh, magic floor. We just found a trap. Disarm the trap. It only was 146% chance for Andrew to do that. Disarm that trap, too. Get the money. Get the studded armor. Andrew, put that on. Since you're my frontliner. Get those javelins and equip them. That crossbow is going to J. Beautiful fur. We're going to swap up the bow for the crossbow. The crossbow does more damage by a good margin. And more importantly in here, this box contains a bunch of dry slit scales and an onyx key. There we go. And that is what we wanted out of this. And over here, we have a steel halberd. It's not identified. That's okay. I know what it is, even if you don't. And I think it's that. Nope, it is that. Nope. Which treasure chest it is? That one. There. More stuff to sell. Thank you. Ceremonial knife sells... Well, a ceremonial knife is worth 100 gold, or 100 coins. What it sells for tells you what the... what you're getting ripped off by the shopkeepers. Of course, the shopkeepers never give you full value for your items. Why would they? They have to sell it at a profit. Hey, and we're good. That's Slith City done. We're not out of the woods just yet, or out of the slime, whichever you want to put it as. Because there is a patrol of Sliths, but fortunately they weren't near me. I don't know where they were. I don't really care. So we're going up here. Gap appears in the barrier. Get out of my way. So yeah, this is a really fun game. The remake is apparently quite good too. I haven't ever tried it. But I know it's well regarded in the spiderweb community. I would absolutely recommend this game if you are any sort of an RPG player, especially if you, like me, are a one who likes the retros. Shield ring, nice. Fire blast scroll, which I can only sell those things if they're identified. I'd like to buy some of your stuff. 108. Slith spear. Don't need those herbs. All right. Now, we're going to change up weapons. We need some ammunition. So we're going to buy some iron bolts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can only... Oh, I only got 9. What'd I buy? I hit the wrong key and bought some lockpicks. Cool. That's what I wanted. Oh, that's why. I didn't spot them for the wrong person. That's okay. You can only stack 100 in one spot. So I bought some extras and wound up losing 10 of them. It's not important. We're going to buy as many iron javelins as Andrew can carry. And then we're going to go in on for our final fight against the Slith King. I keep moving the mouse around just so it updates the... Yeah, item is too heavy. Just so it updates the... Do we have any potions? No. Okay, we're good. All right. It's good. Okay, we're going to distribute some potions. Healing potion, Andrew. Thank you. Haste potion, go to Jay. Energy potions, we're going to take half of those. We're going to take half of those. Thank you. And send them to Alcedo. And we're going to come up here, and we're going to rest for a few hours here, get our points back. And then we're going to take our little boat and sail to the central lake of Avernum. So this is Slith territory. Can't stop here, it's Lizard Man territory. And we're going to come around the south part of this big castle. There's this dock here. And we want to stay... Oh. Want to not get hit too much. Or that will happen. And that is why we save just before we go in. Oh. Quit targeting the same guy. There's 4 targets there in one square. Why do you always target the spellcaster? Stop it. Thank you. Just let me get around that corner. There we are. Thank you. Core root. Mass healing. There's our way out. Disarm the trap, because... And there's our onyx key going to use. Nope, 1, 2, 3, haste. There we are. Kick in the door, please. And start throwing javelins. Way easier to come around this side than it is to make a frontal assault on that dock. Okay. And those damage numbers are why we switch up for the crossbow. Anything we need to grab here? Not really. Reload your... Yeah, okay. Make sure nothing's coming. Something's coming. Okay. We'll shoot it with a crossbow. And it dies. Thank you. It'll stand there so that... And re-pick up our crossbow bolts. Wait till end of turn. Sometimes the docks are just past here. Sometimes some of the sliths will come around and try and get us. The onyx key once more opens that. We have to end combat before we can go up the stairs. And I don't want to end combat in a place where I'm going to get in trouble. So, we're now upstairs. This is where we will find the king of the sliths. Wait. Buff J. That's a slith chieftain. We're going to kill it. Or, you know, not. Sure. Pathfinding is not great. I think this Slith Chief just walked down towards us and then turned around. Okay, cool. It drank a haste potion. That's what that noise was. There he goes. There goes the Slith Mage. That'll be a fine Slith Spear. So those Drake skins? Those are Drake skin boots. Nice. Is that a fine Slith Spear? Yeah, okay. It's fine. We've got the Steel Halberd anyway. We don't need the fine Slith Spears. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of the spellcasters. They're the dangerous ones. Use a nice little slow spell there. Good. Good. Oof. Koru, Koru. Healing, healing. Yeah, let's complete the healing. Let the healing begin. Go away, thank you. What do we got? What potion did he not drink? The haste potion. Cool. Gold necklace unidentified. It's just a gold necklace. It's nothing special, guys. Pick up your bolts. Clean up after yourself is what I always say. Wait. Let's have some light. Thank you. And some lightning. There we go. All right, this is basically our final challenge. The run doesn't end right away when we kill this. Instead, this being a good partial run, what we really want is to get the cliffhanger for the rest of the game. So once we kill this, we will take notice. We will take notice of our actions to the King of Avernum, and get our rewards for that, as well as start the quest line that follows, and that will be the end of the run. So we're getting close. Which you might have also noticed why I'm taking a little less care to worry about what I'm picking up. Don't really have to pick anything up from this point on. Let's throw our blessings back up there and make sure our haste doesn't run out. Thank you. There's a mage up here. I don't want to live. I can't shoot him from there. But I can throw spears at him from there. On this way. Nope, not that way. Oh. Got lost. It's that quarter. That's the why. That's why. That's why it felt weird. Because it was weird. Javelins. Thank you. I swear I'm a professional. Well, the game does have a demo, if you're interested in trying it, Novith. The demo consists of about half the game. So it's actually a pretty good deal. Free demo. The game is available for purchase on GOG.com. And I believe the updated versions, the remasters, remakes, remasters, whatever you want to call them, are on Steam as well. But the world is extremely interesting. I mean, part of what I don't do because I'm speedrunning is talk to all the people. But all the people are really well fleshed out. Very interesting, very good writing. You get to find out why a lot of people wound up in Avernum. Okay, we have to drop out of combat mode because we can't step on a certain square, which will start the fight while we're in combat mode, which, you know, sucks, but whatever. We are still going to cast a haste spell from here, though. And drop into combat. Wait our turn. Oh, no. Can't do anything from combat. Need to step there first, then drop into combat. Okay, that sound was Sistis drinking his potion of invulnerability. Means we can't hurt him. Like, literally, we can't hurt him. Got his mage, though. But just because he can't be hurt doesn't mean he can't be slowed. Look at that. There, they're slow now. I'm going to back off that. We got locked in here. That's what happens. No, just drink potions. Okay, we've slowed the enemy except that one that I just killed. Now it doesn't matter. Death is a much greater debuff. And we're going to throw some lightning around. A, B, C, D, and F, but E doesn't matter. Because we can't hurt him. I don't know if you saw there, but there was no damage affecting Sistis because he is currently under the effects of a potion of invulnerability. Is this annoying? Yes. Is it something we can deal with? Yes. Koru. Drink your potions. Thank you. Magic. A. Thank you. Now we just have to wait for Sistis to become vulnerable again. Okay, he's vulnerable. What I should have done, but didn't, is this. These guys have this ability, Go Berserk. Means they do more damage, but have a greater chance to get hit. That's the trade-off. There we go. You've managed to slay the strongest Slith in all of Avernum. Leader of the barbarian Sliths that have been rampaging through the land. Not all is evil. With Sistis gone, it's possible the kinder faction will gain strength. Even if they don't, the evil Sliths have taken a grievous blow. You take the torque of leadership from his corpse as proof of your accomplishment. And we have to go in here and turn this wheel to open our way back out. Anything we need to grab from here? Andrew, you want to grab some javelins? There we go. And we probably are going to get attacked on the way out, because that's usually what happens. It might not. I can be hopeful. I can be hopeful. There he goes. No, we're just going to step out of the way for now. That's why we got the crossbow. Oh, there's a mage right there. So yeah, the other thing that often happens in this game is that completing a major event will cause enemies to spawn. So he casts Create Illusions. So that's a summoning spell, but it's a really cheap summoning spell. It can create a lot of monsters, but they're illusions. If they take any damage, they immediately appear. Koru. Don't miss your 99s, please, or your 95s, please. Yeah. That's why we bought the energy potions. Haste? No. Slow down. Thank you. Okay, wait. See what happens. He casted Call Beast. So that's an actual monster. It's not going to live very long, though. It's not a strong monster. There goes the mage. Hopefully that's it for what's going to come after us. We'll stay in combat mode just for a moment. Okay, we're good. We can't end combat unless everyone is within 5 squares of one another. Or everyone's within 5 squares of the leader, is the rule. And then we just go back out the way we came in. Our Onyx key, and head back over to our boat. And out we go. We're almost done. Coming into the end of the run, we have to go to the castle. The castle is Avernum's crowning achievement. We're going to walk through Fort Emerald first. Hello, Fort Emerald. Goodbye, Fort Emerald. Whee! The castle is Avernum's crowning achievement. It is a massive structure covered by huge... It's the center of Avernum. So here's where we find King Micah. Normally we'd need a royal token to see him, but the guard at the door tries to turn you away. You show them the trophy you took from Sistis, and they think better of it. Within minutes, a royal token is placed into your hands, and you are waved through. Normally you have to do a quest to get a royal token. Here's the king. We have slain Sistis, king of the evil Sliths. Amazing! A mortal foe of Avernum gone. Yada, yada, yada. And then we walk back this way, and time! As you're about to leave, a soldier, wounded and wearing torn armor, staggers into the room. When he finally catches his breath, the words spill out. Fort Remote! Demons! They charged us from the east! Surprised us! Only I got away! Dozens of them! There was no hope! Guards take him away for food and healing. King Micah says, "This is grave news indeed. Come back here, adventurers. The people of Avernum seem to have a mission for you already." And that is just this percent. That's time. So yeah. That's Avernum. That's the first step on one of the 3 major quests. So the 3 major quests are kill the demon Grahoth. Grahoth is who initiated the attack on Fort Remote here. Assassinate Emperor Hawthorne and find a way out to the surface. And currently I run Sistis percent. I run all major quests, and I run escape percent, where we only do the second quest and get out to the surface. So yeah, that's Avernum. I hope you enjoyed. Spiderweb Software, I would strongly recommend looking them up. They are a good company. They're lots of fun. The main developer is a guy named Jeff Vogel, and he basically does this all by himself. So he's a nice guy. He's good looking into. He gave me personal congratulations when I did my first all major quests run, so that was neat. And yeah. I highly recommend his games. It's Avernum. He's got the Avernum series. He's got the Gene Forge series, which is all about creating weird. It's another anti-imperial RPG series where you're in this case making monsters and doing all sorts of nasty things with them and blowing up enemies. It's a good one. But he always presents these lovely moral quandaries and these complex universes, and they're very worth looking into. So the games may not be long, but this one can be. But the Gene Forge games aren't necessarily long, but they are lots of fun and definitely worth a look. So hopefully you enjoyed Avernum, and I will be back. I'm going to be hosting in a bit, and then I've got several Bard's Tale runs to do. So that's that.
Thank you, OrganMike. That was a brilliant run. That was really fun to watch, really entertaining. Never seen a speed run with so much lore happening. It was really cool, really fun. Next up, we have got World of Warcraft being run by Kingfisher Games. But I regret to inform you all that this is actually the end of my hosting shift. I'll be passing things off to the more than capable hands of Novo. But don't worry, if you aren't sick of me yet, I will be back again for more hosting tomorrow.